r/ask Reddit. Serious, what are some of the biggest mistakes people can make in their 20s? Living a lifestyle you can't afford. Along with this, not saving money, emergency fund, retirement, etc. Even just a little bit is better than nothing. Saving big chunks like tax returns instead of treating yourself is hella smart. Just ducking coast through life waiting for something to happen. Nobody is gonna walk up to you and hand you a meaning to your life or a fulfilling career. Adding to this, just because you don't know what to do with your life, doesn't mean you should do nothing. Not getting a routine of a healthy lifestyle. When older people say it gets a lot harder when you're older, they mean it. But, you can always start treating your body better at any age. Don't throw in the towel because you're older. Don't make excuses. Make goals. Having children by the wrong person. Having children at all before you're ready emotionally, mentally and financially. Don't waste time being self-conscious. Don't waste time on negative people, relationships, interpersonal dramas. Use this time for personal development. Get good at things you enjoy. Be friends with people who make you happy. Do interesting shit. Literally no one, ever, has looked back and been pleased that they spent 6 months embroiled in roommate drama. You're not going to, hopefully, be regaling the bar with how that beach Cheryl bleached your towels in 6 years. It doesn't ducking matter. No one has ever been super jazzed that they nitpicked their own appearance for 7 years and consequently couldn't enjoy themselves because they were pulling at their clothing. I'm not talking about self-improvement. I'm talking about being really unhappy with yourself for the sake of being really unhappy with yourself. Stop doing that. You're fine. If your relationship involves screaming, drunk and screaming, the silent treatment, weird subterfuge, or general nastiness, and I could make an endless list of bullshit behavior, leave that relationship. You are going to outgrow friendships. Other people are going to outgrow your friendship. This is normal. It's not an indictment of you as a person. It can be painful. Handle it with grace. And always, think before you react. Always be your own devil's advocate. Think about others. Think about how you sound when dealing with conflict. Being a stable person is partially an acquired skill. Learn it. Coasting on their potential. It's easy to put off actually doing anything while you're still basking in the glory of being the smart kid at school or university. But then all of a sudden you're 29 and there are celebrities younger than you and you find yourself wondering where to even get started. If you want something, the time to start working towards it is while you're young and hungry. Don't think that there is plenty of time to save for retirement. If it is possible for you to put something away on a regular basis, do it. The best time to start is when you get a job that offers you more pay than what you were getting. Take a percentage of the increase and start savings that right from the beginning. That helps make it such that you never miss it. Exactly what I came to say. 5% of your income in a 401k starting in your 20s is worth as much as 10-15% starting in your 30s. Roughly, it is so easy to set yourself up with a nice nest egg even though it looks like nothing at first. It's amazing how well it builds over time. Not taking advantage of your greatest asset, time. When I was talking with an older friend who was very well off, millionaire, I jokingly said, "I'll trade you my age for your money," and his reply has always stuck with me. He said, "I can do more with your time than you can do with my money." I didn't take it as an insult but as motivation to make the most of my time and not waste it. Buying vehicles they can barely afford, not realizing that the really nice cars also usually have really high insurance rates. I saw this happen to some friends in my late teens, early 20s. My son is about to graduate HS, and then he's off to basic training with the USAF. He's already talking about getting a brand new sports car by the end of this year. WTF. He's on my insurance right now, and I have to explain to him that my insurance went up by $200 per month just for having him on it, and with a shitty car, too. He has no idea what he's in for, but he won't listen to me. So I think this is just gonna be one of those hard lessons he has to learn for himself. Not taking advantage of the freedoms you have now. Most people in their 20s aren't married or have kids. Enjoy it. Travel. Volunteer. Figure out who you are and what kind of person you want to be as you finish growing up. Don't saddle yourself down with a ton of responsibilities now, because you will never be this young, this free, this full of energy, and have this many opportunities to grab life by the balls and enjoy yourself again. Take care of yourself. Your habits now will follow you for a long time. I'm 27 and starting to realize this, so I'm trying to turn things around. Less drinking, more salads, less carbs, etc. Also, don't waste money on stupid shit. If you're about to buy something stupid, just think, will I get annoyed at having this in 2 years? Not being interesting. Really, it takes time to be interesting. It takes time to grow a personality and an identity that isn't based off the things you like, or worse, the things you hate, or some preconceived labels. People say, go out, live life, have an adventure, and yeah, that's a way to be interesting. But reading books, writing, painting, cultivating a knowledge base, either very specific or very broad, those are also ways to be interesting. And what's so important about being interesting? Well, the obvious way is that it's a way to meet people and make them stay. And while you may not need people, it's still nice to have them. But I'd probably say even more important than that is that it gives you a sense of who you are and what you want to do, and thus ways to relate to people, because you can't be interesting without interests and goals beyond just living to tomorrow and avoiding suffering. Because life isn't just about avoiding suffering, or at least, we all should hope it isn't. And when tragedy inevitably comes, or you find yourself suddenly in a strange new place or alone, in the end, you'll find yourself interesting. Too interesting to give up on, too interesting to throw away. So do something unique, dare to disagree, explore an inclination, scratch an itch. Because in this cynical world, it's dangerous to just be a collection of likes and dislikes, easily moved and swayed because you don't have a place. Because you don't have a place you want to be, so be interesting. Forgetting about calling and visiting your parents. Seriously, it may sound weird, but when I was in my 20s I was so happy to be out of the house that I made the mistake of disconnecting with my mom and dad. I wish I would have done more. Having a kid before being in a committed relationship, being married, and being financially prepared. Friend of a friend had a kid and I feel bad for the little one. The mom more or less is having her mom take care of her while she does drugs. Everyone should wait till they're ready. Maxing out credit cards. Kids witness their parents opening up credit cards at major retail stores, not understanding what it means. Since most teens are inadequately prepared for handling finances fresh out of high school, opening credit cards is just what mom and dad always did. Credit cards are great when used properly and paid off monthly. 20+% interest is ungodly. My dad calls the interest charge on credit card purchases a stupid tax. Staying in a mere relationship because they think that's as good as relationships get. Not wearing sunscreen. Seriously, people wear sunscreen. Getting sunburned just once can triple your risk of melanoma later in life. I work with a lot of older hippies, construction workers, landscapers, and arborists, and a lot of them have skin cancer and they all really wish they had worn sunscreen. Listen to Baz Luhrmann and wear sunscreen. If you're concerned about certain chemicals in sunscreen, there's always alternatives. Also look into Korean sunscreens. They have amazing sunscreens that go on smooth just like lotion and don't leave you sticky or contain some of the harsh chemicals in American sunscreens. Make it a part of your daily routine and you'll appreciate it later in life. Sacrifice learning for earning. Not saying you have to go to college, but you need to learn a marketable skill in a career that has a future. Working as a server/bartender or other similar job for easy money is not a viable long-term move. I see many 40-year-old servers who look 50 and hate life. That being said, if you can start working at a skilled or trade job before you're done with school, do IT. Good, relevant work history will always outweigh a degree or internships. Marrying the wrong person. Thinking that you either deserve or don't deserve things that happen to you. Not wearing hearing protection in loud situations. The tinnitus is real, man. MAWP. Not having the dedication to save and keep saving. I currently just got out of college and started to get into the rhythm of working after having a dry spell on applying places since December. I'm lucky I had some money to back up those months of not really being employed. Now that I started to get some income in, I'm trying so hard to put away those paychecks and hold on to them for when I want to find a house or for retirement fund. But I'm still in the mindset of if I see something I need it. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.